Hello.
Hello, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us for another evening of Nurse Squad.
So excited.
I know, so excited. And we did a poll to see which Nurse Squad game you wanted to play. So based on the votes, we are playing psychiatric mental health. So
Yes.
that's the game we're playing tonight. And honestly, the information in this game that you're getting tested on in this little game is really pertinent to a lot of different areas of nursing, because really psychiatric mental health nursing kind of applies across the board, a lot of the principles. So
yes, and there's a lot on like therapeutic communication. That was the thing that I struggled with the most when I was in psych, was learning that therapeutic communication, because some of the stuff that they teach you is like more therapeutic, feels like the wrong thing because it's perhaps an uncomfortable way to reply if you're not used to that. So I remember my very first test in psych was like almost entirely on therapeutic communication, and I bombed it. Like I was like, this is not how normal human beings talk.
I know, if it sounds like a robot, then that's probably the right answer, right?
Tell me more about that.
Right. It's a little, yeah. And if they ask you what's the nurse's therapeutic response, and if it starts with Y, then like
You're wrong.
Immediately you can just cross that one out. It's not the right answer.
So yes, lots of that. That's very applicable to fundamentals, to every other class that you take. There's a lot about, remember, patient safety is always going to be your number one priority on NCLEX, period. But when it comes to psych, when we're talking about psych, if there is risk for that patient to be at harm, that's a big thing that you need to be thinking about. So there's like, this really does apply across the board.
Totally. So so some of you who are here today, let me know in the comments, have you joined one of our other Nurse Squad happy hours? I'm just curious how many people are like repeat attendees, or
June is here. I know June has been here with us on several of them.
Totally. Hey, June, super glad to have you back. You're brand new here, Tammy. Marie, you've come here, but no, and we've got so we have a couple people who are here for the first time. So since that is the case, I want to kind of explain what Nurse Squad is and kind of show you what you can expect from this game. So we have 8 Nurse Squad games. In previous sessions, we've played pharmacology, we've played medical surgical nursing, we've done maternity. Yep, there they all are. They're so pretty. Minus this one, right? So yes, there you go. Meris has got them all. But these are such a great way to test yourself on the key information that you definitely have to know for your nursing exam. So our flashcards will help you learn that core information. And then this is just a really fun way to test yourself. And it's a game you can play with a small group, with a big group, like Family Feud style, or you can even just review the questions by yourself. But honestly, it's super fun to play in a group. I'll kind of explain what's in the box. And because one of the things we have in there are hazard cards, which are super fun to play on your opponents. Yeah, Meris has her hazard cards.
I've already picked up my 2 favorites.
Okay. All right. So the Nurse Squad comes in a box like this. It's a super nice box. It's like a magnetic closed box. It's super thick and durable. And when you open it, there's instructions for how to play the game here. And then the other thing that you'll find at the top of the box are the avatar cards. So these are the members of our Nurse Squad, and you can choose to play as one of these, nurse recruits. So Meris and I always pick our avatar at the beginning. So Meris going to change it up because she is always, you are normally, where's your girl?
Very
You're
last
Willow.
minute.
You're always Willow. What's
I'm
going
always
on?
Willow. She's my girl. Like Willow and I, we're still very much ride or die. But recently, I have been identifying more with Rabia, the researcher, because I'm doing a little EBP like best practices project at my hospital. I've been doing some research trying to bring us up to EBP standards, and so I feel a little bit like Rabia today. As she, in her little blurb, says, Rabia knows the ins and outs of facility policy and evidence-based practice. Plus, she has a keen eye for implementing improvements. This is my girl.
Yay! And Meris is totally doing that at her hospital right now, which is awesome. I'm gonna play, like, I go back and forth, but today I'm gonna be Izzy. So we cleared out our garage recently, and I set up my whole gym there, and I've been working out there like every day. Which I know it sounds like just a New Year's thing that will probably die off, but it's really not. I just actually did not have my garage accessible to me because part of our business was getting run out of my garage. So now I've been working out a lot. So I'm getting stronger. I finished my last appointment with my physical therapist after having a hip labral repair earlier this year. So anyway, so I'm Izzy, the improviser, and look at her arm. She's super buff.
She's got some guns. She's stacked. Yeah, big
Totally.
time.
It says, Izzy can do the most with the least, fixing any situation with a lot of ingenuity and a little bit of tape. Isn't that the truth in nursing, though? Like,
Yeah. I was going to say, I think Izzy's an ER nurse.
yeah, you kind of have to just roll with it and try to get things working sometimes. The other thing you can find in the box are our hazard cards. So these are cards that have that you can play on your opponent that kind of have the cutest illustrations, and they make your opponent lose 4 points if they don't answer their question correctly. So what's your favorite hazard card here, Meris?
So like all of the cards here tell you how many points you could get, and if we're not playing a hazard card, if I ask Team Cathy this and they get it right, they get 2 points. If they get it wrong, nothing happens. They don't lose any points. But with a hazard card, if they get it right, nothing happens. They don't gain or lose any points. But if they get it wrong, they lose 4 points. So it has some like capabilities of hurting them, and you want to use those hazards strategically. So this one is my favorite.
Okay, this is my favorite. You show
us
your favorite first.
So my favorite, and all of the hazards have to do with whatever the subject is. So there's different hazard cards in med-surg, peds, nutrition, etc. So they all have something that's related to the subject at hand. So this one is restrained patient, and as you can see, they are in soft first restraints, giving us the finger. And this says, the patient in room 12 had to be put in restraints. Hopefully, the two of you get along well because you'll be spending your afternoon sitting with him and documenting every 15 minutes. There you go. That's your hazard.
I'm really down for this guy with the mouth full of medication. So that mouth check. So I'll wait to tell you what this says, because I'm definitely going to play this on Team Meris at some point today. So yeah. So, and then aside from the hazard cards and the avatar cards, we have the question cards. So there's a pretty good stack of question cards here that either are worth 1, 2, or 3 points. So the way we do this when we play Nurse Squad Live is we divide you guys up into 2 teams. So we have Team Meris and Team Cathy. So if your handle, like your username starts with an A through an L, then you are Team Cathy. Okay?
So Team Cathy, sound off in the comments so that we can make sure that you know you're Team Cathy. If you A through L, you're Team Cathy. Don't answer for Team Meris. Listen, this is head-to-head, tete-a-tete combat, and I'm a little salty. Team Meris needs to come back out on top, so I gotta make sure we got the right people on the right teams. A through L, you're Team Cathy.
If your handle is M through Z, then you're Team Meris. Okay, so
and I need your help.
So in the comments, put what team you are. Are you Team Cathy or you're Team Meris? Again, A through L is Team Cathy. M through Z is Team Meris.
Lachey, Team Cathy, you're right. Jorge, Team Cathy. Latasha's Cathy. God, I need some.
Uh-oh.
Team
Is there
Meris?
anybody on Team Meris? We need some team. Oh, there's one. You got
Okay.
one.
Nope. She's not
Merit.
right. You're on Team Kathy. You got
There's
it.
Marge. She's Team Meris.
Okay, Mara's on Team Meris. Oh boy, this might be hard fought.
Marco
Team
is
Meris.
Team Meris. Okay.
Yes, Marco. Okay.
So don't be shy, guys. This is super low key, and and someone on the team will likely have the answer because there's so many people watching and participating. It's not like we're gonna call like one person and be like, "You answer this question," or else you're getting kicked off this game. Like, there's so many people here. No. All right.
So a few ground rules. If you don't answer for the other team, right? This is competitive. We're collaborating within our team, but not for the other team. The other is don't Google. First of all, it's really obvious when you do. It takes away the entire fun of the game. You can't Google for NCLEX, so don't Google. Don't worry. We're gonna get to the answer. I don't know that we have ever had a single question go answered incorrectly.
Oh yeah, I gotta get my little time. My little.
Oh yeah, our little.
We have to answer in a minute, and we've never had the time run out where someone hasn't gotten the answer eventually.
Yeah, it has not happened yet, so don't freak out. But just don't Google; it's going to be okay. And if you're like constantly answering, maybe just wait a beat and see if anybody else on your team can answer it. So we get it because we're also gunners. I know I'm a gunner, so I get it. But
no, we're probably a little competitive. Like, we both used to play roller derby, which is pretty funny. Like, not many people do that, and so we're probably a little competitive. But we also are. It's also just we're just having fun too, right? So it's all good. If the time does run out and the team doesn't get it, it's not a big deal. We're gonna learn today. So if you'll get the answer, you'll learn, and I know that you'll go, take away from this game some really important nuggets, some really important things you definitely need to know for your upcoming exams. And I think someone said their exam is first mental health exam next week. So we're definitely not going to go through all we won't be able to get through all the question cards like in an hour, but we'll get through as many as we can. Before we start playing though, we do have a special promotion going on. So Meris, I know Meris is in charge of the, there it is with the banner. So everybody on the live today can get 10% off any Nurse Squad product through 11:59 p.m. tomorrow night. So this includes single Nurse Squad games. It includes our ultimate bundles, which is like a Nurse Squad game with one of our flashcard decks. It includes like collections of Nurse Squad games. So the Grade 8 and Fab 4. It also includes anything that has a Nurse Squad game in it, you can get 10% off. If you are a site member, so a member on our website, leveluprn.com, and you can get this promotion on top of the discount you already get as a member. So your discount will stack. Basically.
Yes, you need to make sure that you are logged into your site membership before you add anything to your cart. Hear me very, very clearly. If you are a member of our site, the leveluprn.com membership, where you have the portal you can go to with different core content and credit hours and all of these different things that we offer, log in there first and then go add anything to your cart. You can still use the code NS10, so you'll get 10% off in addition to the special membership discount that you already get. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So all members on our leveluprn.com membership site get the best deal on all of our products and get a discount at all times. So this will stack on top of that. So just use NS10 for that. We will also be doing a giveaway today. So what are we going to be giving away, Meris?
What are we going to be giving away? So as you know, Kathy and I have a problem and we cannot do a single live without giving things away. So we are going to be giving away an ultimate bundle of your choice to the winner. So that means like the card game whichever one you want, like psych, mental health, with the corresponding flashcards for psychiatric mental health.
Yep.
Yes. So this is the ultimate bundle. You learn the information, then you test your comprehension of the information. So it could be whatever you want. It could be health assessment, fundamentals, pharmacology, med surg, psych, nutrition, maternity, or peds. So stick around to the end. We will give away one of those bundles. And yes, absolutely, we have it for pharmacology. And then we need to pick somebody to be scorekeeper if you haven't already been. So if you are new here and you're like, maybe I don't want to play, maybe I just want to kind of keep score, Team Cathy versus Meris, let me know in the comments if you've never done this before. And we would love that. And if you already have it, Tammy, and we pick you and you've already got all of the ultimate bundles, all the flashcards, all the Nurse Squad games, don't you worry. We will make sure to get you something to we don't want to give you duplicates of what you already got.
Totally. So if you have not been a scorekeeper in the past and you would like to be a scorekeeper today, then let us know in the comments. I want to be scorekeeper.
Yes.
CD got his membership today, have dosage calculation exam in 2 weeks. Well, you've got that whole dosage calculation course. Yes. Yeah, with the membership, they get the whole online course.
The whole course.
Yeah. And you get all the testing after each of the different sections. Really, we go over like all the things for dosage calculation. So hopefully you'll do great on that. Yes. Bruce, the flashcards are amazing. Awesome. A Nurse by Faith, you're a new member. That's awesome. So how does that work? So we have a dose calculation physical workbook that Meris was just holding up. And when you buy this, there's like a companion course online. Alternatively, we have a completely digital dosage calculation course that you actually get for free if you're a member. So that is a tremendous perk and value, because membership is like $10 a month. And so you get access to the complete dosage calculation course. So in that course, there's videos, there's like a bazillion videos where I go through all the example problems in the whole book. And I go through them 3 different ways using dimensional analysis, ratio and proportion, and the formula method. And then you get quizzed on at the end of each section to kind of test, make sure you are understanding everything. That book is golden. Yes. We worked so hard on that book. We love that book so much.
That book has so much blood, sweat, and tears metaphorically baked into every problem. You have no idea. That was such a labor of love. So seeing this feedback makes us so happy.
Totally.
Oh,
so Paul, you're saying the whole course. Yeah, the whole course. Like, everything that's in the physical book is in the digital course as well. Some people prefer, I prefer a physical book, and the workbook has like areas to like write out problems and everything. And I really like that. Like, I just like having room right there in the book, and I like a physical book. But some people just want a digital course, and then you'll just need to get out some scratch paper and work the problems out, and then, type your answer into the box when you're getting, test for the practice problems. So
so we have a scorekeeper. So Mar is going to be our scorekeeper. Thank you so much.
Okay.
So after every question, we'll tell you, I'll say okay, that was 2 points to Team Cathy, or whatever it may be. So just keep a little tally. We'll check in with you periodically throughout the game and see who's on top, and then we'll see who prevails in the final outcome here. Listen, totally. Team Meris, I really need you. This is like one of my worst subjects. So I'm going to need you guys to come through for me today. I wrote a lot of these questions, and I may not be able to answer them at this point in my life.
Oh, I don't believe that. But really, it's down to you guys, because last time we played maternity, which is totally her wheelhouse, right? And not as much my wheelhouse. But I had some really smart people on my team who watched her whole playlist and use our flashcards, and they were on my team. So it was amazing.
Cathy had a ringer on her team who just every single question. I was shook, but then she said it's because she watched my playlist, and I was like, oh, okay.
Okay, I'm okay losing this one now. So
I'll take the hit.
All right. So who's
All
going?
right,
Who's going
friends.
first?
I feel like Team Meris should get the first question by
Okay.
virtue of being
All right.
two-time losers.
All right. We have a 1-point question for Team Meris. You guys ready?
Let's go, baby.
A patient with schizophrenia repeats back the exact words they hear. This is an example of which type of speech alteration?
Yes, love this question. This is not unique to people with schizophrenia. This is also experienced by people with autism and ADHD. So this is something that I do in my household very frequently. This is a speech phenomenon, of alteration of speech. You gotta know it.
So schizophrenia has a number of speech Yup, there it is. Nice job. Echolalia.
Echolalia. So sometimes my husband will be like, I'm making dinner, and I'll be like, dinner. Like that's like echolalia.
Oh, you do it. Just
yeah,
for
I do it all the
funsies.
time. Yeah, it's part of the ADHD thing for me, for my little brain in need of stimulation. But yes, echolalia. Great job.
Yeah, my family gets annoyed with me because I totally, when I explain something, I explain it very clearly and like precisely, and I want that like confirmation that I heard, like that they heard me and understand, and they're just like, stop, mom. So okay.
So 1 point to Team Meris, right?
Yep.
Okay, 1 point for Team Meris.
All right, Team Cathy, let's go.
This is going to be a 2-point disorders question. Are you ready?
We're ready.
Which class of medication is used to treat ADHD?
Okay. Medication. No, that we need the class and not a specific medication.
Right.
What's the mode of action of this class? Because really the class name and the mode of action are kind of the same thing. That's my little hint for you guys.
That's a great hint, honestly. Lex, you are Team Cathy.
Yep. Okay. So so those are examples of medications, and what drug class do they fall into? So Adderall is and amphetamine mixtures, those are all medications. Those are medications. What's the name of the drug class? What's the mode of action of those medications?
Oh.
Okay, stimulants. What kind of stimulants? What do they stimulate? What do they stimulate?
Time's running out.
Oh man.
I believe in you.
So brain, spinal cord, those are part of the yes, we got it.
Oh my god, by mere moments.
Woo! Okay, so CNS stimulants, central nervous stimulants are used in the treatment of ADHD. That includes methylphenidate and amphetamine mixtures. So
yes, there's a lot in there too. Yeah, monafidil, amphetamine mixtures, amphetamine salts, methylphenidate, whatever Vyvanse is. Yeah.
Yep. And they all stimulate the central nervous system. They can cause insomnia, and that's why we give them in the morning, not at night.
So 2 points to Team Cathy for our scorekeeper. 2 points to Team Cathy.
All right. Good job, guys. Good job, Team Cathy. All right. We got a 2-point psych principles for Team Meris.
Right. We're ready.
Which type of crisis is experienced by a patient whose house is destroyed in a tornado? What type of crisis is this when your house is destroyed by a tornado?
All right, fam, I'm going to be real honest. I don't even remember the name of this one, but what I do remember is that this is something that is unexpected. It's not like a routine part of our day-to-day life. It's not like, oh, somebody got old and died, you know. Is that it? Nope. Okay, that's another one.
It's a different kind. It's a different kind. This is like natural disaster.
Yeah, like disaster, like something, like man-made things can
tornado, earthquake,
terrorist stuff.
Yep.
Oh, I remember what it is now.
Oh man, I did not flip the thing.
Oh, extra time on the clock. All right, friends, come on,
flip it.
I believe in you. Oh man, what else can I tell you? Okay, it's a crisis. It's not a normal part of your. It is a trauma. Like it is a trauma, but it's like, you know, you can have trauma that's.
So there's different types of crises. There's like a maturational crisis, which is like expected changes and things that happen in your life. Like your kid is
Like,
going off to school. It's
yeah.
not that. That's a maturational crisis.
We've ruled out situational. We already said it's not that
it's
one.
not situational. So think you could just start vomiting like words of crises and you will probably get to it. Earthquake,
tornado, fire, terrorism.
Yes, you got it. Adventitious. It's an adventitious crisis. Nice job. Yeah, exactly. I feel like it starts with an A.
Yes, I might have been doing that. So yes,
Yep.
adventitious crisis, the way that I remembered this in nursing school, and this is why I was able to finally recall it when I couldn't bring it to mind originally, is I think of A for accident. Like I thought of it as like a sudden traumatic loss, a big like, whatever. Yeah, big accident. So that's how I remember it, adventitious. And then maturational, like Cathy said, is having to do with the maturation of your life. As you get older, these things happen. Your child goes off to college. Your spouse gets old and dies.
You have a baby. Like, yeah, like things happen that they're kind of like upheaval and cause stress in your life. Like, yeah, but they're like natural things, but they're still hard sometimes. Right. So, okay. So
that's what, 2 points to Team Meris?
Yes. No, yeah, that was 2 points to Team Meris.
All right. Okay. 2-point therapies question. Okay. Ooh, this is a good one. This one, I like this one. All right. Name one type of medication administered during electroconvulsive therapy, ECT. One type of medication administered during ECT. Team.
Okay. So our patient is getting ECT. What are we giving them during that procedure?
So I'm looking for a class of medications, but if you can give me an example of one of those, we might let it slide. So there's 3 big classes here.
Right. So remember during ECT, we are right? But we need the class. Okay, what's the class?
So yes, you are correct. Succinylcholine is definitely given.
But
because it does what?
Yes. What does it do? What is the mode of action of that medication? So we are inducing like a seizure basically during this procedure. And so we want to
take sedatives.
Okay.
Very
and paralytic. Someone said paralytic too. So there you go.
This is my soapbox, though, for any of you who go into anything where you are dealing with intubated and sedated patients. Paralytics are very different from sedatives. So I could paralyze you and not sedate you, meaning that you are wide awake, but you can't move. The fact that you're not moving does not mean that you are sedated. So big thing to know here is, yes, we're giving a paralytic, but also we're giving an anesthetic agent, like a sedative would be, propofol, anything along those lines, a Tomdate. But the muscle paralytic is because we're inducing a seizure in the brain, but we don't want you jerking around and causing harm to your body.
Totally.
Okay. So that's 2 points to Team Cathy.
Okay. Nice job, Team Cathy. Good job. Okay. 2-point question now for Team Meris. You guys ready? This is a really important medication. You got to know this medication.
Wait. Real quick, I want to say they did also say, somebody's saying here in the comments, anticholinergics. Yes, 110% anticholinergics to dry you out, because if you're having a seizure and stuff, we don't want you aspirating and not able to control your secretion. So yes, great job.
To prevent aspiration. They even have the rationale there. You guys are amazing. Okay. This medication that I'm going to ask you a question about, you have to know inside and out for your psych exam. Trust me on that. Okay. So, lithium is primarily toxic to which organ? What organ is very affected by lithium?
You just have to know this. And
you're going to get tested on this.
Yes. And the way that I remembered this was that it's not there's no cool chicken for this, because it's not what you would think it is. Yes. Kidneys. So I wanted so badly for lithium to be toxic to the liver, right? I wanted that L and that L when I was in school. I was like, I want that stupid cool chicken. No. And so that became the cool chicken for me, is its lithium is not L for liver, it's for kidneys. That's the only way I could remember it.
Nice job.
I like this answer though, Tammy,
Yeah,
about
it's
thyroid.
true.
So it's not necessarily toxic to the thyroid in the way that something is nephrotoxic or hepatotoxic, but it can affect the thyroid and lead to hypothyroidism. I love that answer. That's really good thinking.
Totally. But nephrotoxicity, that is like the thing that you're going to get tested on. And it's really important. That's why the patients need to consume enough fluid and enough sodium. So there's lots of things. I won't go through all the teaching because there's likely going to be more questions about lithium in this deck because you're definitely going to be asked about lithium on your nursing school exam.
Yes.
Okay. That was 2 points to Team Meris. Way to go, guys.
I love it. All right. 1 point question. Oh, so this one should be a softball. Principles to Team Cathy. All right. Are you ready? Failure of a caretaker to provide sufficient food and access to medical care is characterized as which type of abuse? Failure of a caretaker to provide sufficient food and access to medical care is characterized as which type of abuse?
Okay, so we have different types of abuse. What type of abuse is this?
And this is stuff that you got to know. You'll be asked about this. You'll be asked about this stuff too in peds and fundamentals. So yes, you guys are just too dang smart.
Neglect.
Too dang smart. Yes, neglect. So there you go.
Nice. Okay, I have a 1 point psychiatric principles question. And the question is, who may answer a patient's questions about a procedure after informed consent has been obtained? So if your patient, you got the informed consent and your patient's like, wait, like, what are some alternatives to this again? Or how does this procedure work? Or like, what is the recovery or all that?
Yes. And this is a part of my daily life. Yes, exactly. The provider. So not necessarily a doctor, whoever is performing the procedure. So if it's a nurse practitioner, a PA, a surgeon, a DO, an MD, whatever it is, that person is responsible for answering that question. So constantly in the ER, I will serve as a witness, informed consent for my patient to have surgery or to have XYZ procedure. And constantly they will ask me a question later after the surgeon has gone away into the ether of the hospital. And I have to be like, give me a minute and I will contact the surgeon, because you can't answer that. You can witness it. You can make sure your patient is capable of providing consent, that they are not being coerced, that they have access to translation services if they are not primarily English speaking. That's your job. Answering the questions about the risks, benefits, and alternatives is the job of the provider. So yes.
So you'll have to call the provider back, and they either need to come back or talk to the patient on the phone. So nice job. 1 point for Team Meris.
I love it.
Should we do a score check?
Yes.
Who was our person again?
A score check. It was Mar. So
all right, Mar, what's our score so far? Let us know. You calculate it and we'll ask another question here. And then maybe you can give us an update after the next question.
Yes.
All right. So I asked you this, so it was time for us to answer a question. While Mara's 7. Okay, 7. I believe. Who's got 7?
Who's got 7?
Right. Say Cathy and a number, and then Meris and a number, and let us know.
Yeah, we have 2, 3, 4, 5. So Cathy, Team Cathy, you have 5 points from the ones that I've asked you so far.
Okay. Do you have 4 cards or 3 cards?
No, because we went first, so I would have 1 less than you.
Okay, you have 6. Yeah, you have 6 points right now.
Okay, so 5 to 6. All right, for 1 point, sorry. Which behavioral therapy exposes the patient to a feared stimuli at full intensity for a prolonged period until it no longer causes anxiety? I'll read it again. Which behavioral therapy exposes the patient to a feared stimuli at full intensity for a prolonged period until it no longer causes anxiety? Ooh, you guys are close.
It's
There's
close, but
there's another word for this.
Yeah, there is. There's a different word for it. So it's not systematic desensitization. That's where you like, I can say that, right? Like that's a hint. That's where you gradually like do a little bit more until, you know, the patient can deal with that. But if you just like give it to them, like if they're afraid of snakes and you throw them in a room full of snakes,
Open the gates, if you will.
right? I mean, nobody's doing this, right? Like the snake thing. But if
God,
we were
no.
to, no one's doing that. But like
But if you're afraid of elevators and your therapist, if you have a true phobia of elevators and your therapist forces you to get on an elevator and ride it up and down with them, that's oh man, you guys are so close. Oh,
Totally.
this might be the one.
Oh man, can I do like not like what's happening in California right now? Can I do stuff like that? No, that's probably cheating.
First time ever. First time ever.
It's flooding. It's flooding.
I won't focus on this. It's flooding. Yes.
So just flooding, like, and you can think about that, like a big flood was just a ton of stuff coming at you, all like ton of water all at the one time. And that's kind of what you're doing. You are exposing the patient to that feared stimulus at full intensity, like all at one time, like a flood. Okay.
Yes. So flooding and systematic desensitization are two types of exposure therapy where you are exposed to that feared stimulus, the thing that scares you. But I can be exposed gradually and more intensely over time, or I can be flooded with that exposure. I hope that kind of makes more sense.
Okay. So
no. Rather than Team Meris answer a question, I think Team Meris is going to play a hazard card, as is our right.
Oh, which one are you gonna play on
Well,
us
I already showed you restrained patient, and I read the whole thing, so I feel like I gotta take the L on that one. We're gonna do this one, which is room sweep, and it says it's time to do room sweeps. No broom necessary. Word on the unit is that someone has smuggled in some contraband, so it's time to do some detective work. Room sweep. So it's gonna slow you down.
Yeah,
all
you're
right.
definitely doing that on a behavioral health unit, like going through stuff and everything. That totally goes down. Okay.
Right. You ready?
Okay, so here's the deal, guys. She played a hazard card on us. If we don't get this right, we lose 4 points.
Yes. And if you get it right, you gain no points. And if you notice, I waited until the next one was a high point value card because that's the strategy, right? I don't want Team Cathy to get those 3 points. I want her to either stay in the same place or lose 4. So, all right. Are you ready?
We're ready. We got this.
Oh boy. Oh man. Okay. All right. There's like a really hard one, but I think it would be too much in the comments, so I'm going to give you the easier one. Okay. The nurse should complete a focused assessment of which body system for a patient who recently took cocaine. Which body system are we focusing on for a patient who recently took cocaine?
So someone took cocaine. What body system are we primarily worried about after a patient takes cocaine? What's the thing we're worried about? I mean, we're worried about a lot of things, but what's like the main organ that we're worried about?
Yes, you guys got it. You got it. Cardiovascular. And let me tell you, this is very, very real. If I have a patient present to the emergency room who is young and their chief complaint is chest pain, after asking, do you have any cardiac history? The next thing I ask is, do you use any illicit substances? And we always say, I'm not the cops. I don't care. I'm just looking to take good care of you, because 9 times out of 10, they'll say, no, I don't do drugs. I don't do drugs. And then later we're like, is it cocaine? And they're like, I might have done a little cocaine. So cocaine can cause sudden cardiac death. Yes, they're absolutely right. We are worried about cardiac arrest. You are correct. So Team Cathy, you don't lose any points, but you don't gain any points either. I'm so sorry.
We don't. All right. So now you asked me.
Now it's your turn again.
It's our turn.
Because on our turn, we played a hazard card.
Okay.
All right. So 2-point disorder question. All right. Which mental health disorder places a patient at risk for detrimental behaviors such as unsafe sexual practices or impulsive spending? So which mental health disorder puts a patient at risk due to unsafe practices such as unsafe sex, risky sex behaviors, or impulsive spending?
Like giving away your money, yeah. And we have to, as the nurse, we have to protect our patient with this disorder from doing these self-destructive. Yes.
Well, wait, that's not the disorder. Oh yeah. You guys, sorry,
yeah, it is.
Sorry, mine glitched. Mine glitched. I saw something else. All right, yes. Bipolar disorder. Yes, bipolar disorder is absolutely the correct answer. So that is 2 points to Team Cathy. And mania is the symptom that is being exhibited here. This is during the manic phase of bipolar disorder. 100% right. Good job.
Totally. Super important, highly testable for sure. So before I ask the next question, like I said at the beginning, we're going to give away a nursing bundle, like a ultimate bundle. So that's a Nurse Squad game and the associated flashcard deck. I mean, you could do pharmacology, but if you did pharmacology, you get our pharmacology deck and our pharmacology Nurse Squad game. But you could do the same for med surg or nutrition or whatever it is you want. So why don't we go ahead and have people put enter in the comments? That'll give Angelina a little time to randomly pick the winner, and we'll keep playing while she does that work. Okay. So if you would like to enter this contest and win an ultimate bundle, then you need to just enter one time. If you submit duplicate entries, you get disqualified. And you make Angelina mad, and that makes us sad, right? So we don't want to make Angelina upset because really she does so much for us. So anyway, again, we're rule followers too, right? So you just enter one time, no duplicate entries. And if you want to enter, this is what you need to type in the comments is, I love Nurse Squad. Okay. I love Nurse Squad. And Meris is always making fun of me because I make people type big, long things. This is not that bad. This is way better than last time, I have to say.
No, you know what?
I love Nurse Squad. Who loves Nurse Squad out there? I love Nurse Squad.
I'm laughing because they're all putting.
Look at all these people. They, Andrea says we're not rule followers. I don't know. Okay, I love Nurse Squad. If you want to enter, I love Nurse Squad. One time only. Angelina will kick you to the curb if you enter more than one time. Okay?
Yes, she can and will remove your name from the running. She tells us all the time, oh, I already had to take 2 people's name out because they put their thing in twice.
She does it too, man. She'll follow through. Don't test her. Okay. Well, since you played a hazard card on us last time, I'm thinking we're gonna play a hazard card on you this time. Okay.
Well, excuse me.
This hazard card is for mouth checks. So it says, Mr. Smithson complained a lot about not wanting to take his meds, and now he has chipmunk cheeks. Drop what you are about to do and check his mouth for pills that may have not gone down. So
pocketing those pills.
And like you, I waited till there was a 3-point question before I did this. So here's how it works, Team Meris, Team Meris. You guys have to answer this right, or you guys lose 4 points. Okay, you ready?
We're so ready.
It's not that hard. I mean, I think you guys got this. It's not that. I was hoping for harder, really, but I think you got this. Okay, you guys ready?
Okay, yeah.
A support group for family and friends of someone who died by suicide is an example of which level of prevention? I'll say it again. A support group for family or friends of someone who died by suicide is an example of which level of prevention?
So I can tell you why this is categorized as hard is because most of the time when we talk about prevention, we're talking about a person who is like receiving the care themselves, right? They're receiving the preventative care themselves. This is very different because now we are caring for the loved ones of somebody left behind. Yes, yes.
Nice.
So primary prevention, right? P for primary, that's prevention. So if we were doing like a public health campaign about mental health or like something like that, that would be primary. When I had a baby and somebody finally gave me the Edinburgh postnatal depression screening form, that was secondary. They were screening for mental illness, postpartum depression, that kind of a thing, risk for suicide.
So screen and secondary. We'll start with S.
Yes, and then tertiary, third level of prevention, T for treat. So normally I would think of this as like, if I have depression and you are treating me for depression, I'm going to cognitive behavioral therapy. That's tertiary. However, in this instance, the patient has already died by suicide, so the tertiary care is providing care to the family that is left, dealing with that experience and that trauma. Tricky, yeah. Oh, you guys got it. I'm so proud.
Totally. They nailed it right away. So nice job. That's great. So that was our turn. So we're going to ask them. Yeah. So you guys get another question. This one is a 2-point question. Okay. You guys ready, Team Meris? A patient with schizophrenia hears a voice telling her to kill her roommate. Which type of symptom is this?
This one
is so important.
You've got to know this because what did I say at the very beginning? If it has to do with safety, patient safety, it's like a gotta know it thing. So a patient, yes, is being commanded to kill their roommate.
Hallucinations.
Yes. And what's the primary, like, what's your first thing that you're gonna do, by the way? Like,
so if your patient is having command hallucinations, what's the first thing you're going to do as the priority? Like as the nurse, what are you going to do? Your patient's having command hallucinations. What do you do?
This is so important. And this comes up like time and time again. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. So not restraining necessarily, but yes, we're going to ask them what they're hearing. Yep. But we're also going to protect the patient who is at risk, right? So we're not just going to let that roommate stay in that room. Like, when we're getting command hallucinations, we're going to ask them what is, I'm here. The voices are telling me to do something. Then my priority is, what are they telling you to do?
What are they saying? What are the voices telling you? That is the priority thing that you will have to do. And you are very likely to get tested on this. And I know like on our psychiatric mental health flashcard deck, this is in bold and red. Like ask specifically about what the voices are telling them to do.
But if the question says that we already know that the voice is telling them to kill their roommate, we don't need to ask them what the voices are saying because we already know. We need to provide for safety for the, we have a duty to warn. Yes. So if they said that the voices are telling them to kill their psychiatrist, it's not like I'm going to go stand guard outside the psychiatrist's office and be like, do not enter. I'm going to warn the psychiatrist like, hey, by the way, this patient said this. So yes.
Totally. And patient confidentiality is a key patient right, but there is an exception for duty to warn. So if a patient says they are going to hurt or kill someone or whatever, then you have a duty to warn that third party. So command hallucinations, super duper important. All right. That was, how many points? That was 2 points.
2 points to Team Meris. Thank you very much. Shall we do one more round each?
I think so.
Okay. 1 point therapy question for Team Cathy. Oh, I like this one. I like this one. Which medication is indicated both to treat depression and for smoking cessation? So, which medication
Ooh.
can treat both depression and help with patients who are trying to quit smoking?
Oh, this is a good one. We have a
I
cool
love this
chicken hint
one.
for this one.
I was going to say, I love this one because I always think of Cathy's video because it was your son that came up with this
Yep, my son
whole
came up
chicken
with
hint,
this.
right?
Okay.
Yes, you
Yep.
got it.
So, yep.
Bupropion.
Bupropion. You got to know the generic name though. It is Wellbutrin, but honestly, you may not be given that brand name on a test. You always need to know the generic name. So,
Yes.
bupropion. So, our cool chicken hint for that one is be appropriate and don't smoke. So,
Yes.
bupropion.
And it lived in my head rent free when I was in psych. Yes, it helped me so much. So 1
Totally.
point to Team Cathy.
All right. And then I have a 3-point question for Team
Ooh.
Meris.
Okay.
Oh man, this is super highly testable too. We're getting all the good ones. Like, I mean, there's more too, but we're hitting a lot of the really good ones. Okay.
Yeah.
How can a nurse help a patient with bipolar disorder improve their nutrition during a manic phase?
Okay.
So they're in mania, they're in their manic phase. How can you improve their nutrition?
In mania, you guys told me they're high energy, they can't sleep, they're go, go, go. You know, we've got flight of ideas where we're really, yes.
There it is.
Yes. So
Yep.
finger foods. A patient who is manic is never going to sit down at the table and eat 3 meals a day. That's not going to happen. But if we can put out, baby carrot sticks, meat sticks, cheese cubes, like that kind of a thing, and they can just kind of on the go snack, we might be able to keep that nutrition up. And we need more nutrition when we're expending that much energy being manic too. You guys are so smart.
So that's awesome. So the answer was, plan high protein, high calorie finger foods that can be eaten on the go.
I love this small bite food, high calorie. Yes, small bites, high calories. I love it.
I love it.
Good.
Okay, so we have a winner. So I'm going to let Meris announce the winner.
Sorry, I'm focused. You guys know what that means?
That means I'm going to butcher the name. Meris is much better at pronunciations than I am.
Listen, as someone who grew up with the name Meris Shuwarger, I had to get really good at figuring out how to say other people's names. So I'm going to give it the old college try always.
Cathy, I was the Lord of Med Surg because of you. I love that.
I love it.
I'm trying to do like a screen grab here because that really makes me super happy.
Oh, Team Meris won. Team Meris got 12 points. Team Cathy got 8.
Oh, it's okay. I still love you, Team Cathy. We did good. We did really good.
Here we go. Let's
We're all winners, right? Oh, what is this trophy nonsense? What is this?
This is my
super mom. You know what? I think we
But tell me
need
she doesn't
some
look like. I mean, tell me that's not Rabia when she leveled up and joined the nurse squad. She's like, that's her, right? We'll just.
I don't have a trophy. Like, I'm a little sad now.
Here, wait. You can borrow my other trophy.
Oh, how do you have so many trophies?
Because
you're super special over there, I guess. Like, I don't have any trophies.
He gives me trophies just for doing the laundry and stuff.
Oh, so Meris gets a trophy for doing laundry. Okay, so that's not how things work in my household, apparently. But I'm going to ask for one. But actually, you know what?
Non-functional I am. So when I actually do something and I adult properly, he's like, good job.
I'm going to make some dinner and be like, Meris OB Lord because of you too.
Yes.
I love the whole Med Surg Lord because of you. Anyway.
Kill me. Okay, so our winner.
Okay, yeah, we didn't announce the winner. Meris was about to announce the winner.
I know. Yes, Meris was about to announce the winner. So the winner of our ultimate bundle of your choice, so any Nurse Squad game with any flashcard deck pairing together, so Psych with Psych, Farm with Farm, what have you, will be Kudro Ola Bisil. I am so sorry. I hope that I got that okay. But Kudro, congratulations on winning our ultimate bundle. You need to email support@leveluprn.com, support@leveluprn.com. Can I use your content for LPM and NCLEX? Absolutely you can. Absolutely
Oh,
you can.
100%.
Yes.
Because LPNs, honestly, LPNs and RN, like, there's so much overlap. It's almost like 100% overlap, right? The most important thing you need to know as an LPN is just your scope of practice, like what is inside and outside your scope of practice. But honestly, you have to like learn the same things as RN students. So
truly and honestly. Yeah, so as long as you are aware of your own scope of practice in your state and what's going to be on the NCLEX, in terms of that, like I'm not worried about the blood administration cards if I'm, studying for with the med-surg deck. Like I'm not going to be concerned about that. So definitely pay attention. Yes, the winner was Kudro.
Yep. And then we do for our scorekeeper tonight, which was Mar. Right?
Yep.
We are going to give you a free month of membership on our website. So leveluprn.com, free month of membership. So if you can reach out to support@leveluprn.com and let them know that you were the scorekeeper and that you get a free month of membership, then we will hook you up with that for sure.
Yes. So the question in the chat is, do y'all do this on Tuesdays? And the answer is we actually only do this once a month. We do once a month Nurse Squad game night where we get together, we hang out, we ask you guys ahead of time which game you want to play. And because, it's all the same to us. We want to make sure that you're playing what you want to play. And then, yeah, we do that once a month. We always announce it ahead of time. So if you're not already on our email, like newsletter, definitely get on that. And then we also do other events. So we'll be doing, hang on, and let me pull this up because I'm gonna butcher it and forget it. So next lives. Office hours with Meris. So that will be me. I'm Meris. So the next one will be Monday, February 6th at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern. So same time. However, I'm not sure yet where that's going to be. So it might be here on YouTube. It might be in our site membership. So I have not worked out the particulars yet, but definitely if you just join our newsletter, you'll be the first to know when I know. And then our next happy hour game night, which will be here on YouTube, right? I believe is still the case.
Totally. It's open to public.
Yeah. That will be Wednesday. Oh, it's going to be the best day. It's going to be Wednesday, February 22nd. And so that's 2/22. And that will be Wednesday, the 22nd at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. So same bat time, same bat channel. You know the deal. So put that in your calendar, join our newsletter so that you can get those little reminders. There's even a phone number you can get like text messages from, I believe. Is that right?
Really?
Yeah, because I get texts sometimes. I think Rachel does it. I don't know how it works, but yeah.
So how we're doing it is we're trying to go through all the games at least once before we go and repeat games again. So some of the games we haven't done yet, pediatrics we have not done,
health
nutrition,
assessment, and
health
nutrition.
assessment.
Only those three.
And then once we do those three, we'll start over again and we'll we'll do, med surge or pharma funds.
We record all of the lives too.
Yeah.
So we have done fundamentals once in the past already. So if you want to, definitely go check out our channel and watch those pre-recorded ones because you can still play along, even though it's not live. But yeah, we loved that. Was one of the most fun ones. Like it was really early on, I think, when we did fundamentals. Like, it might be the first one we did.
Yeah. So, or get your own game and play with your friends, like play with your classmates, like as a study session where you're playing hazard on each other. It's super fun. And it's a great way to really get tested on the key information you definitely have to know for your test. So
Miranda, she has nutrition this quarter.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe, yeah, keep an eye out because that's one of the ones we haven't played yet. So it might be coming up.
Totally. And nutrition, even if you don't, like, some people have it as like a prerequisite and some people it's part of their nursing program. No matter how you have it, you are definitely going to be asked nutrition questions throughout nursing school, like in med surg,
Every
in
class.
like every class. Yep.
Yeah.
Nutrition is a big deal in farm, like all the different classes. So
yes.
all
Oh,
right.
yeah. Angelina says, if you have your number on your Level Up RN account, you'll get text reminders to our lives. So log in to the Level Up RN site. Even if you don't have a membership, you can still like fill out your account information, you know, have a password and everything. And then you'll get a text message. And yeah, it'll send it out and be like, hey, they're live. And, you know, then you can come hang out with us.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, to the winners, please give us 24 hours. Yep.
Yeah.
They're working
Angelina is working like double
a
time right
lot.
now. Yeah.
Well, because we just launched all of our new products, like which are
All of our wait,
gorgeous.
Wait.
Oh, there they are. There they are. I know.
Aren't they
They're
so pretty?
and beautiful. Yeah, they're pretty amazing.
Oh my god.
So we launched all these products. So our team is super busy.
We're busy, but don't worry, we will get back to you. And in the meantime, if you had fun, even if you didn't win and you want to grab some Nurse Squad products of your own, whether it's just one specific game, you want an ultimate bundle, or you want the bundles of the Nurse Squad products where you have the, 4 of them or all 8 of them, you can use code NS10. That is good through midnight tomorrow night. Normally, we only let you go until like midnight tonight, but Cathy and I were like, it's not long enough. Like,
it needs to be longer. I know.
So yes, and the whenever wherever box is my favorite too. This is our little on the go box, so you can if you have our flashcards and you're studying a section of them, you can just pop them in here and throw this in your purse. I mean, can we talk about the god,
it's
like
so
that's
nice.
my favorite. It's
so nice. I know. With this edition, like all my box dreams came true. Like that little box, like the little I mean, we could be here all night talking about boxes actually, because I love my boxes so much. Like I like extra little room and just really high quality. I can see all the cards. It's like so nice. Anyway,
Miranda, I love the magnetic closure too. The magnetic closure being on the Nurse Squad games, like every time it little clicks close, oh, it just makes my brain get all tingly. I love it so much.
Totally. I love the magnetic closure. I love the tap. I do too. I love all the things. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much for joining us and for having fun with us. We always love doing this. So you guys have a great evening and good luck on your upcoming exams. Don't be a stranger. You know where to find our videos and you know where to find our products. So we're here to help you. Okay.
Yes. Oh, happy studying. You guys are doing a great job.
All right. Take care. Bye.
Bye.